Hey there! Welcome to our channel, and welcome to a journey we're all on together. The journey to a life with less stress. You know, for years I felt like stress was just a part of life, something we all had to accept. But you know what? I learned it doesn't have to be that way. Today we're diving deep into a 7-step program that's changed my life, and I believe it can change yours too. We're talking practical, effective hacks to reduce, control, prevent, and yes, even cure stress. Are you ready? Let's dive in and make stress a thing of the past. Before we get into all the good stuff, I want to share a little something personal with you. See, I used to be a stress case. I'm talking deadlines, responsibilities, the weight of the world on my shoulders. You name it. I stressed over it. There were days I felt like I was drowning in worry, like I couldn't catch my breath. One day, I remember, I was at the peak of my career, everything was going full speed, and I just broke down. I realized then and there that something had to change. That's when I started exploring different techniques, different strategies to manage this stress that was taking over my life. And that, my friends, is what led me to this 7-step program. Trust me, I've been there, felt that overwhelming pressure. But I promise you, there's a brighter, lighter way to live. Now, let's talk about the magic of movement. We all know exercise is good for our bodies, right? But you know what else it does? It works wonders for our minds. Think about it. When you move your body, you release all those feel-good endorphins that combat stress hormones. It's like taking a big, cleansing breath for your mind and body. And the best part? It doesn't have to be anything extreme. Find something you enjoy, dancing, swimming, even a brisk walk in nature. I remember discovering Zumba a few years back, and let me tell you, it was like a party for my body and soul. The music, the energy, the sheer joy of movement, it melted my stress away. So, find your Zumba, find your joyful movement, and watch your stress melt away. Now, let's journey inward for a moment, to the power of mindfulness and meditation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, meditation, that's not for me. But listen, mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind completely. It's about being present in this very moment, acknowledging your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about finding that quiet space within, that inner oasis where stress can't touch you. I used to think meditation was just sitting in silence, trying not to think. But then I discovered guided meditation, and it changed everything. It's like having a gentle guide leading you through a peaceful forest, helping you quiet your mind and find your center. And you know what? It really works. Even just a few minutes of meditation every day can make a world of difference. Food, mood, and finding your balance. Let's talk about the food we put into our bodies, because you know what they say. You are what you eat. And when it comes to stress, what we fuel our bodies with can make all the difference. A balanced diet is like giving your body the building blocks it needs to thrive, to stay resilient in the face of stress. Think about it. When you're constantly reaching for sugary, processed foods, you're sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride, leaving you feeling drained and more susceptible to stress. But when you nourish your body with whole, real foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, you're giving it the sustained energy it needs to stay balanced and strong. One of my favorite stress-busting recipes is a simple, delicious green smoothie. It's packed with nutrients, gives me an instant energy boost, and always makes me feel good from the inside out. Let's talk about time, or should I say, the lack thereof. Time, or the feeling of never having enough of it, is a major stressor for so many of us. But here's the thing. We can't create more time, but we can learn to manage it better. It's about prioritizing what truly matters, setting realistic goals, and learning to say no to things that drain our energy. I remember when I was first starting out, I felt like I had to say yes to every opportunity that came my way. But then I realized that by saying yes to everything, I was actually saying no to myself, to my own well-being. Learning to prioritize my time, to set boundaries, was a game changer for me. And you know what? It can be for you too. You know, we as humans, we weren't meant to go through life alone. We're wired for connection, for community. And those connections, those relationships, they're not just good for the soul, they're powerful stress relievers too. Talking to a friend, a loved one, someone who truly listens and understands, it's like a soothing balm for the soul. I've always said, surround yourself with people who lift you higher, who inspire you, who make you laugh. Because laughter, my friends, is truly the best medicine. I remember going through a particularly challenging time in my life, and it was my girlfriends, my tribe, who helped me through it. They listened, they offered support, and they reminded me of my own strength. And finally, let's talk about the power of our thoughts. You see, stress often starts in the mind. It's those negative thought patterns, those worries and fears that can spiral out of control. But here's the good news. We have the power to choose our thoughts. We can choose to focus on the positive, to reframe our perspective, to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy. Believe me, I've had my fair share of negative thoughts swirling in my head. But over time, I've learned to challenge those thoughts, to replace them with more positive, empowering ones. And you know what? It's made all the difference. Remember, your thoughts have power. Choose them wisely. Well, there you have it. 7 steps to a calmer, more peaceful you. Remember, these aren't just tips. They're tools to help you navigate the ups and downs of life with more grace, more ease, and a whole lot less stress. It's a journey, and like any journey, it starts with a single step. Take that step today. Choose one of these tips, put it into practice, and watch as your life transforms. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on living your best, most fulfilling life.